Welcome back to the basement, where it's top level content from the lower level. Today, we're going to dive into the medieval era. We're going to talk about torture devices. How you feel about that, Drew?
I feel like very possibly could have been the world's first serial killer that came up with this stuff.
Oh, I guarantee it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through 5 medieval torture devices. I'm going to read what they are, the description of what they look like, and I'm going to read how it was used. So the first one, the number one, is everybody's heard of this one. It's called the rack. A large wooden frame with rollers on each end, connected by ropes tied to the victim's wrist and ankles. The torturer slowly turned the rollers, pulling the victim's limbs in opposite directions. This stretched muscles, tore ligaments, dislocated joints, and could eventually separate limbs. It was often used to force confessions because the pain increased gradually but relentlessly.
And believe it or not, this might be the best one out of all of them.
Yeah, you got that right. This, so if you had to blind rank them, this is the one you're wanting to go with, right?
Oh yeah, this one's gonna be. Are we going from worst to best or best to worst?
What would you take if you had?
I'm probably gonna take the rack.
Take the rack. I'm about with you on that.
Yeah.
Even though it's gradual but relentless, that's tough money right there. That's tough money. So now we're going to go to number 2, the Iron Maiden. It's a human-shaped metal sarcophagus lined with inward pointing spikes. How it's used is the victim was placed inside and the doors were closed, impaling them. Contrary to the movies, the spikes were designed not to kill instantly. That's big right there. Mm-hmm. Just to puncture non-vital areas and prolong agony. The device restricted movement, increased bleeding slowly, and caused shock, fear, and suffocation. You know what would cause shock is when you see that design, what you're getting forced in, and then you're in darkness.
Yeah.
But you have pain all throughout your body.
Yeah. Also, that reminds me a lot of what they call it, the bull or the cow or something like that, where they put them in the belly over the fire.
Yeah, right? Right, yeah. So Iron Maiden, still pretty rough, but not as bad as what we're about to jump into.
The Trooper was a pretty good song, though.
The Trooper. So number 3 is the breaking wheel, or better known as the Catherine wheel. It's a large wooden wagon wheel used as both as a tool and display platform. So how it was used is the condemned was tied to the wheel, and executioners used a heavy iron bar to shatter bones, such as arms, legs, ribs, and they do this methodically. After the breaking, the twisting and mangled body was woven through the spokes and raised on the pole as a warning to others. Here's the big part. Sometimes you would think they're dead, right? But they're not. Sometimes they'll be left alive for hours or sometimes days.
That's absolutely crazy to me.
That is insane. I know this is a little darker than what we're used to, but man, that's something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. I love medieval stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. So number 4 is the Judas cradle, a pyramid-shaped wooden or metal seat mounted on a stand.
Yeah, I think this is going to be my worst one right here.
Yeah, buddy. There's going to be a lot of stuff I'm going to say that, well, to be honest with you, I'm not going to say the words. I'm just going to let you use your imagination. So the victim was stripped and suspended by ropes above the pointed pyramid. They were then slowly lowered so the point entered their lower body. I'll let you guess where. Pressure was adjusted to cause intense pain without killing quickly. Sometimes weights were added to increase the suffering. So I'll let you figure out where the point was going. What do you think about that, Drew?
Yeah, I think that's going to be, if I'm blind ranking these things, I'm gonna say that's going to be either top or bottom of the list, depending on which way we're going.
Yeah, absolutely. And then number 5, it's called the Scavenger's Daughter. A metal A-shaped compression device developed during the Tudor era. Opposite in concept to the rack that we talked about at number 1. How it was used is the victim was forced into a cramped kneeling position, head down, legs bent, and arms pressed to the sides. The metal frame clamped tightly, crushing the body inward. This caused extreme pressure on the chest, ruptured blood vessels, nosebleeds, and sometimes unconsciousness. It was meant to compact the body to the brink of collapse, both physically and mentally. That would be the worst one for me.
I wouldn't care for it, don't get me wrong, but it's crazy to think that I would choose to have my limbs ripped apart other than the rest of this stuff, because that one would be bad, getting crushed.
Well, that not only getting crushed, but you're mentally knowing you're dying and you're stuck with your head down. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do.
All right, so we're gonna go from worst, or no, we'll go from the one that I would prefer to the least likely.
Yes, sir.
All right, so the rack, I'm gonna go with number one.
Number one's the rack.
And then what was number 4?
Number 4 was the Judas cradle with a pyramid-shaped wooden or metal seat mounted on a stand.
Oh yeah, we ain't doing that.
No, sir.
That's gonna be, well, whatever. So I'm gonna go then. I guess I'll go the rack, the Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
I'm probably just gonna go in order here.
What about the Scavenger's Daughter? Probably be ahead of the Judas
wheel?
Cradle and the Breaking Wheel.
Yeah, Judas Cradle is gonna be my last. That's the last one I prefer. I think I'm gonna put the Scavenger's Daughter at 4, and then the Breaking Wheel at 3. Because I mean, the Breaking Wheel would suck getting beat with a big iron pipe until your bones are broke and they weave you through the spokes. But my God, I don't want to have to sit on no pyramid.
Yeah, right.
But go get your musket. I don't want to do it.
Yeah. There's a lot quicker ways to do this than that. So this was our little dive into the medieval times and wanting to look at a couple of the torture devices. If this is something that you guys like, feel free to comment and we'll actually dig more into the actual torture devices. But with that being said, this is top level content from the lower level. It's the basement.